Hiya guys. So today I'm going to be talking about the worldwide known case of Madeleine McCann. I do tribute videos on this channel to do with murder, accidental deaths, abuse of kids. But I've decided I want to start doing videos like this. Yeah, I just want to start doing videos like this and get cases out there. Even cases that's had loads of attention still need more attention. There's never too much attention you can put to a case. So I'm going to have the second try at doing this. So Madeleine Beth McCann was born on the 12th of May 2003. And she was a beautiful baby from the start, but she had colic, so she was crying a lot. She was a bit of a difficult baby in that aspect. Anyway, and she was a beautiful baby and happy other than that. And she grew into a beautiful little girl. In 2004, either 2004 or 2005, she had she was expecting a sibling, but she got twins, a little girl and a little boy, Emily and Sean, they were called. So they grew up together, having fun playing, endless laughing, and the family was just a normal family. Kate and Johnny McCann doted on the children. It actually took a long time to get pregnant with Madeleine. They had to go through IVF, so they had to pay for all that. Basically, Madeleine was an happy child. She was beautiful. She was 3 at the time of the case, nearly 4. She loved dolls, anything pink and sparkly, old girly, and she loved Harry Potter. And she used to say, "My name isn't Maddie, it's Madeleine," if anybody called her Maddie. So basically, the case begins when they discussed an holiday in 2007. The family decided to go on holiday and they went with friends of the parents, and their kids were Madeleine, Emily and Sean's friends. They was having fun on holiday. They went on the plane. Madeleine actually hurt herself on way there when they were going up an escalator. She just grazed a shin. She was only crying for a couple of minutes. She was so brave. Then basically they was having the time that they put the kids in daycare. No, it's not called daycare. It's like they went in on these groups to do these activities. So Emily and Sean went on toddler one, then Madeleine went on 3 to 5 year old one, and they went every day. And while parents did play tennis and did some other stuff, and they were having a good holiday basically. But something happened. Basically, on the 3rd of May 2007, Madeleine was a bit upset when she'd come back from a club. That's what they're called, kids clubs. She came back from a club. She was a bit upset, and her mum asked her what's up. but she weren't really saying out. And they went for dinner, and I think they just put it down to her being tired after a long day. And then, but through the dinner, Madeleine said, "Mummy, why didn't you come to me when me and Sean were crying last night?" And they were confused because they don't usually wake up, basically. But basically they thought it'd be a good idea, which it isn't, to leave 3 young children alone in the apartment every night while they went out for dinner, while the adults went out for dinner. And so Kate and Jerry's friends, they left their kids too in apartments. Basically, they decided that they would check on the children every 30 minutes, every 15 to 30 minutes. And so they did. And it was 10 o'clock when finally Madeleine was gone. Basically, Kate went back with a check to check on the kids. So she went to check on him, and Madeleine was gone. So she couldn't make out first because it was dark in bedroom. But then she thought Madeleine in bed, and she put light on, and Madeleine wasn't there. So she started frantically running round the house, see if she were hiding anywhere or anything. And she ran back to where they were having dinner, and shouted, "Madeleine's gone, Madeleine's gone." So everyone got up and went back to apartments. They phoned the police. Madeleine was nowhere to be seen. The twins were still there, safe, sleeping. And some people say if it were a kidnapper that took Madeleine, the twins would have woke up. But you know, I've slept through fire alarms before, so it could be either. But on this case, it's very close to my heart, but I've decided to let other people, well, obviously I'm going to let other people have their opinion, but as long as people are not being rude towards the kids, because it's not their fault. So anyway, police came, they searched for Madeleine, but they couldn't find her anywhere. Later on, one of Kate and Jerry's friends, I think she's called Jane Tanner, she reported to police. She didn't think of it at the time when she saw it because they thought all the kids were sleeping in bed safely. But she saw a man walking up street outside her apartments with a sleeping child in his hands, and she had pink and white pyjamas on, looked similar to Madeleine's colour pyjamas when they did a sketch. But it wasn't. It wasn't Madeleine. To this day, but searches have gone on and on and on for years. The case was closed at one point, then it got reopened. Basically, I used to have some sympathy for parents, but in my opinion, now I've got my own daughter, I know I would never leave my baby alone, no matter what. And they left the 3 babies alone, and they've got to regret that for the rest of their life if they haven't done out to the kids. So, which personally, if you want my opinion, nah. I don't think parents did do it, but they were wrong for leaving the kids alone. But I don't think the adults do with Madeleine's disappearance. So basically, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Basically, that German man, he is the main suspect at the minute. They're not saying too much, the police, because I don't know if it's because it's going to ruin case, jeopardise case, or what, but they're not saying too much about that right now. But he broke into he had a criminal record. He broke into an house or an apartment. I can't remember if it's an house or an apartment in Portugal, and he literally, guys, raped and tortured an old woman who couldn't defend herself. And that's the thing in some of these cases, when people go for kids, it's, I think one of the motives is because they're vulnerable, because they'll say to be like a woman beater. It's like you go for animals, children, women, because they're vulnerable. I'm not saying men don't get abused or kidnapped at all, because they do, obviously, and a lot do, because it's a big world. But more it seems to be females. So I didn't get into cases. I've had YouTube channels before this, so I've been doing this for years, since I was 16 or even younger. But the first case that really got to me, that got me into it, was Madeleine's case. She came on news, and it was about a couple of days after she went missing, because I don't really watch the news, but I was watching it that particular day, and I saw her on news, and I thought, oh my god, she's beautiful. So I went to my dad and told him, and he was like, yeah, I've seen it. It's sad. So yeah, it was so sad. Emergency services. My theory is that Madeleine was kidnapped, and I have got a strong feeling that it's that German man, but it can never be 100%. But I really hope, I really hope it was him, because they're looking into him, and hopefully, because they also said he had indecent images, or images of children, something like that, on tapes. So they basically are looking into them, I'm guessing, but they said that they can't say much more, like I said, so they can't tell us if he's got any of Madeleine. Another little girl of similar age went missing. I don't know if it was in Germany. She went missing, and she was a bit like Madeleine, in age and like hair and colour. But yeah, that's so sad. All these cases are so sad. But honestly, I don't want this video to be too short, but I don't know what else to say at the minute. I mean, I could do a part 2, but I don't know what else to tell you that I've already told you. But I'm sorry if this is all a bit muggled up. But yeah, let's hope and pray Madeleine is alive, out there somewhere, waiting to come home. Because the worst scenario is she's been out, obviously, and that is just horrible to think about. It's horrible. It's literally. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this case, guys. It's about, obviously, it's the Madeleine McCann case. So yeah, I hope you like the case. Sorry I'm a bit all over the place. I'm not very well today and I don't feel well. I don't feel good when I talk about Madeleine because it's so close to my heart. But yeah, you can leave your comments as long as they're respectful. I don't want any drama or any negativity, because I think we need to remember it's about Madeleine, no one else. So please don't share any negativity or anything on the page, and I hope you like the case. Obviously you don't like the actual case because it's horrible. I mean, me telling it. And please put some requests for what case you'd like me to see, and I will try and plan them more better next time and write notes down, because I hadn't even wrote notes down for this one. But I really wanted to get a case up. I don't know why, I just really wanted to get a case up. But yeah, please keep Madeleine Beth McCann in your prayers.